From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman, but with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Thank you so much for joining me here this morning. Well, we got a nice break yesterday. I think a lot of people were happy with the weather. Today, we are going back to what we've been experiencing: rain, wind, and high elevation snow. That's what's going to be returning throughout the day today from west to east. Off and on chances for showers for many parts of Northern California through Friday, even into Saturday for the coast in particular, but mainly dry for the weekend and going into next week. And speaking of early next week, I do expect some significantly warmer weather. On top of that, then we have maybe another chance for some showers coming in by the middle to latter part of next week. So yeah, there's still a lot to talk about here in the forecast, but let's just get you through the day today, shall we? A quick look at your Krueger's Quickcast for your Wednesday, March 19th. Let's get you out the door this morning, getting the kids to school, maybe heading to work, right? We're going to be looking at dry conditions. I think everyone will be dry this morning. There'll just be some more clouds we've seen and not as cold as it was yesterday at that point too. But there you can see this is the storm system that is approaching. You've got the kind of the core area of low pressure, another kind of spin right here. This is all moving in our direction. We're going to see the clouds. We're already seeing the clouds coming in. But what's going to accompany the rain and snow? Yeah, unfortunately, the winds. Now, that all being said, I want to say this because I don't think the winds will be as strong today as they were on Sunday. However, we're still looking at the potential of gusts upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour. When you get into the 40 to 50 mile an hour range, that's when you see the potential for downed trees, broken tree branches, power outages, the works, right? So that's something you just need to be aware of. So there is a wind advisory for Del Norte Humboldt County, a high wind warning for Central Siskiyou County, and a wind advisory for Modoc County. Now you'll notice no other advisories including the valley. But do take note, it will be windy in the valley today as well. All right, so here's 8 o'clock this morning. There you can see the winds just beginning to pick up for the coast and right around Central Siskiyou County. Typical spots, right? We take you to about midday today. Now we're in the 30 to over 40 mile an hour range for the coast, in particular Del Norte County. Look at that, Central Siskiyou County along I-5. You're talking probably over 50 miles per hour at this point. You're noticing the winds picking up for the valley, but still not that much of an issue. Here we are around mid-afternoon today. Winds are still pretty strong on the coast, including Central Siskiyou County. Really across the board, everyone is dealing with the gusty winds. But you look at these numbers, they're not in the 50 to 60 mile an hour range. They're in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. So again, not quite as strong as they were this past Sunday. But don't be surprised if there are some power outages here throughout the afternoon. By late afternoon, now we're starting to see the winds die down for the coast. Still pretty gusty for the valley and the eastern mountains. And then by tomorrow morning, and tonight and tomorrow morning, the winds will be much calmer, although notice in Crescent City, you're still seeing some gusty winds out there. All right, so here's a look at Futurecast for today. As far as rain is concerned, we're dry through the morning. Here's midday, rain still off to the west. By about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, now of course through the morning out, through the early afternoon hours, that rain is moving into the coast. And keep in mind, the winds are picking up too. Still fairly dry even by mid-afternoon for the valley eastward. As we go through the afternoon and really the late afternoon hours, now we're seeing the showers. But you'll notice it's not very heavy rainfall for the valley. The heavier rainfall is still to the north and west of the valley. Then we go into about 6 p.m. Now we're seeing the heavier band of rain and snow, for that matter, to the east of the valley. There seems to be a bit of shadowing here. We'll see if that actually materializes. Bottom line, I think we're going to be looking at showers throughout the afternoon into the evening for the valley, but we're drying things out here for the coast. Then by 8 o'clock tonight, Most of the snow is off to the east. Look at this, a little bit of a development here. Remember, a lot of times when we've got these strong south winds, you've got the potential for what's known as a convergence line. You've heard me mention that before, and that is developing here off to the east. By 10 o'clock tonight, still some snow flurries off to the east and west, but drier weather for most of us going into your Thursday morning. The Mount Shasta Ski Park, nothing new over the last 24 hours, but you can see the groomed and rider patch conditions out there, and the roads are clear at least through most of the day today. But there is more rain, there is more snow in the forecast, so we do expect to see around a foot of snow, I think, give or take here for the Mount Shasta Ski Park. So yeah, more snow on top of what we've already seen over the last week. No chain requirements to speak of, even in the Tahoe region, so we've recovered. But we're going to be looking at more snow on top of that as we go into especially this evening and tonight and tomorrow morning. So 5 p.m., we're beginning to see around Scott Mountain maybe the potential for some snow there. But Highway 299 west, 36 west, I think everything should be okay there. Keep a close eye on 36 West. That may be a bit of a different story, but we're not really seeing much of the rain and snow just yet for the eastern mountains, but that changes tonight and tomorrow morning. Do expect to see most likely some chain requirements and delays east of I-5 here tonight and tomorrow morning. I-5 around Weed, Mount Shasta, you're going to be borderline, so I don't anticipate any major issues on I-5, but just note there may be chain requirements for a brief period of time early tomorrow morning, including Highway 89. Highway 299 West looks to be okay, but always a good idea to check those road conditions early tomorrow morning. Same situation for Highway 36 West. All right, so here's what we have for today. Temperatures upper 50s to about 60 in the valley, and we've got those 30s and 40s for the higher elevations and mid 50s along the coast. And taking a look at our forecast here for the next 7 days, I've got PM in there here for today. Again, that's just because it's going to be late afternoon before we really start to see that rain kick in. Dry for Thursday for the most part. We'll take a look at the longer range forecast and you'll see what I'm talking about here, but maybe a chance for showers Friday. Don't anticipate much. And then that drier and warmer weather I've been talking about, it's coming. It'll be here, but you're going to have to wait for the 80s at least until Monday and Tuesday of next week. For the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. So the coast and inland, I do expect off and on chances for showers all the way through Saturday. Even Saturday, yes, maybe a chance for showers, but dry by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I would say Trinity County, maybe a bit of a break for Thursday. It'll be iffy, say the north end of Trinity County, or say around Weaverville northward. Maybe a late afternoon shower on Thursday, but overall not very wet. And then some chances for showers again Friday, drying out by this weekend and early next week. Now for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, the Eastern Mountains, I think, Siskiyou County around Mount Shasta, you may see a chance for late afternoon showers on Thursday as well as Alturas. But for Susanville, Eastern Mountains, probably dry through the day on Thursday. One last week system passing through Friday before we dry things out for the weekend and early next week. All right, that's about as quick as I could get through Krueger's Quickcast. That's because, we've got a lot going on today. So we got to kind of get you through it so you know what to expect. Especially if you work outdoors, you need to know the timing of all that, right? When the rain, the wind. So yeah, we get into that here for you. All right, before we get into that deeper dive forecast, we're going to be talking about the Weather NorCal app. If you don't have it already, I ask you to do me a favor and check it out. If you don't like it, take it off your phone. It's super easy. Just search for Weather NorCal, space between Weather and NorCal. So Weather NorCal, and then you'll see that icon right there. Click install and you will be good to go. All right, so here you go. This is the main storm system that we've got our eyes on. We got an area of low pressure here, another one to the south. So it's spinning away, it's gaining its energy, and it's moving eastward. This energy is going to be in the form of rain, snow, and we're talking about some of those gusty winds I was just talking about here. So once again, wind advisory today for Modoc County and off to the coast, and a high wind warning for central Siskiyou County. Again, we'll take a look at those winds, and again, let's just kind of break it down here for you. 8 a.m., the winds mainly along the coast, central Siskiyou County. By midday, winds are starting to ramp up. Strongest on the coast, strongest in central Siskiyou County. By mid-afternoon today, everyone is seeing gusty winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour. As I mentioned earlier, this is not going to be like what we saw on Sunday, but there certainly will be at times the potential for 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts, which power outages are going to be a possibility, and some downed trees. By this afternoon, as we get closer to the evening, mainly for the valley eastward, we've got some gusty winds there, but winds are dying down elsewhere. By tonight, the winds are going to be much calmer. Now, much calmer for tomorrow morning too, but do note that out towards Crescent City, you may still see some gusty winds throughout the day on Thursday, but elsewhere, the wind's not that much of a factor. We go into Friday morning through around midday. Still a little gusty here for Crescent City, but otherwise the rest of us, not that much of an issue. The main wind event is today. Let's talk about the rain and the timing. We saw that a little bit earlier here, but you can see here by around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, mainly looking at most of the rain west of the valley, moderate to heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and then by 5 p.m. through mid to late afternoon, we start to see some light showers, nothing terribly heavy for the valley. There may be some heavier rainfall, looks like around the Redding area, but even the eastern mountains. Look at Modoc County, look at Lass and Plumas counties. Mostly dry even through 5 o'clock this afternoon. But by this evening, now we're seeing that snow over the mountains above 4,000 feet is where you're going to see the bigger issues when it comes to chain requirements. But mainly dry, maybe a scattered shower for parts of the valley and west, but things are drying out there. By 10 o'clock tonight, still a few leftover snow flurries, but it's kind of wrapping itself up here. Now, it's mainly dry for tomorrow morning for everybody, but look at the northwest. Look out towards Del Norte, western Siskiyou, northern Humboldt. Maybe a chance for a shower. That continues through the morning and even midday tomorrow, but everyone else is still dry. By late afternoon, evening, we're seeing this little area kind of push through parts of Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and you see how it just clips the Redding area. There may be a slight chance for a brief sprinkle late afternoon tomorrow, but overall, most of that rain is going to be north of the valley. There looks to even be a little bit of activity here in the eastern mountains too. Another push of moisture comes through on Friday. There you can see in the morning and into the mid-afternoon or midday. It actually starts to show signs of breaking up. So anything we do see on Friday at this point for everyone does not look to be all that significant. These rainfall estimates, they are going to be changing from day to day here. But I do expect most of the rain to be on the coast here. We're just not going to see a lot of rainfall. By the way, today's storm systems, it's a fairly fast-moving system. So any rain we do see, there may be those periods of that moderate to even heavy rainfall, but it won't last for very long as it moves through fairly quickly. That's why it's really not picking up on a lot of rain for the valley, but I think we could get, I think in some areas, especially the north end of the valley, maybe even close to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, but again, most of it will be off to the west. Snowfall estimates, we're going to be borderline rain, snow mix, and even snow out towards Mount Shasta City, but if we do pick up a couple of inches, I wouldn't be surprised, but don't count it to be that big of a deal, and you can see really even not that much snow off into the northern Sierra or southern Cascades. Let's take a look at the longer range. As I mentioned on Saturday, we've got this ridge of high pressure starting to build in on Saturday, but it's not here just yet. That's why I do anticipate to still see a chance for showers for parts of the north coast through the day on Saturday, but everyone else dry on Saturday. Then by Sunday, we're dry across the board. High pressure is really starting to build in. This is when, especially by Monday, Tuesday, we've got those temperatures in the low 80s. Now, I am tracking this storm system here. The long-range forecast models are going somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday of next week that we may start to see some showers at this point. For now, I'm going to keep Wednesday dry, but by around Wednesday night into Thursday, we may see some more showers of next week, right? Of course, can't forget about this week as well. Taking a look at the lake levels, the positive numbers, what we've seen the last 24 hours, that just means that their lakes are still rising, and a pretty good healthy rise here, 1.35 out towards Lake Shasta and Lake Oroville. Just under a foot, the rise there. And look at these, the capacity. We're now getting into the 83 to 84, 85, even 86%, and the historical average still over 100%. There it is. There's the warmer weather I've been talking about. Warmer than normal conditions are expected in the long range. So here's what we got. We're going to keep it below normal probably through Friday. Temperatures start to increase on Saturday. This right here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday, you're talking 70s and 80s, and then temperatures do start to drop again. This is that sign of that potential of seeing some more wet weather by the end of next week. Let's take a look at the wave heights here for today. They're going to be fairly high, and then they get even higher going into your Thursday, unfortunately. So let's take a look at your marine forecast, and we'll get an idea what you can expect if you do need to be on that small boat. So here you have the winds. Yeah, they're from the south at 25 to 30 knots. There's a look at your waves, your high and your low tide, and there is a gale warning here for today. So not a good idea to be on those small boats. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Those temperatures are going to be in the mainly in the 50s. So I do think we'll see a bit of a break on Thursday. And then on Friday, maybe a chance for some more showers, nothing heavy, and then dry and warmer for the weekend. Take you to the north coast, and you can see Garberville about 55 degrees, 50 degrees in Shelter Cove, 54 for Alder Point. Now, I would say that for Thursday, that southern Humboldt County may most likely stay dry through the day, but by around central, northern Humboldt County and then into Delnor County, you got that chance for showers on Thursday. Friday, and that's the case for the inland areas too. And then on Friday, it's still that chance for showers. As I mentioned, even on Saturday, you're still seeing that chance for showers and then drying out by the second half of the weekend. But the weekend will be dry for Siskiyou County here. Temperatures will eventually be up to about 70 by next Monday and Tuesday. Modoc County, you're dry also through the weekend with temperatures around 70, in fact, low 70s for Monday and Tuesday. And take a look at the Eastern Mountains. Well, today you're talking temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Maybe a bit of that break on Thursday with a chance for some light showers and snow flurries down to about 4,000 feet on Friday. Your Valley neighborhood forecast to the south brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Upper 50s to about 60 today. There's that break on Thursday, and then more light showers on Friday, dry and warmer for the weekend. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Chico. First day of spring, by the way, is on Thursday. It'll kind of feel like that, but we're still below normal for those temperatures and mainly dry. And then showers, light showers on Friday, and then we really warm things up, especially by early next week. Let's take you up to the north. 51 degrees for Whiskeytown and Lakehead, 58 degrees for Redding, 58 for Cottonwood and Red Bluff and Palisadro. There's your 7-day forecast for Redding. Also, of course, the first day of spring. Everyone's the first day of spring. That's not a forecast. That's just the reality there, right? But we're dry on Thursday. Now, as I mentioned, late afternoon, early evening, Redding may see a passing sprinkle, but nothing to write home about. Better chances for some light showers through the day on Friday, and then we're dry over the weekend and low 80s by Monday and Tuesday. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon. Have yourselves a great morning.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.